And it says we're live. Hello, hello, everyone, and a happy new year. Welcome to 2023. Um, it's the JC and Nia show today. So get us lovely girls and um I, mm, go through the Nick always. I don't have to do an intro with Nick. I love it. And Esther apparently, is on the same wavelength as Nick. Um
They got you. They got you.
Yes, they got me covered. And I was in the chat too. Hi, Anna. Hello. Hi, Michael.
Michael, how you doing?
Um, Gwynna.
Oh, the merch store, yes.
Hugs, Gwynna. And let's see. I guess we're gonna get into a sprint real early this evening. Hi, cool gamer. Hello. Ooh, Laura. Hello there. Would you like the link? Let me know.
Want to join us, Laura?
Yes. Nia, why don't you introduce yourself as if everyone doesn't know who you are? But
I think everybody knows me, but I stream on Tuesday nights at 7, and we're doing AuthorTubers React at the end of the month on Saturday. I forget, I think it's the 28th. And we're scripting the book is on Sunday the 22nd. We're talking Fire and Blood, House of the Dragon. So if you watched it, liked it, want to come hang out with us while we talk about it, you can do that. Other than that, you guys know me. I'm here. I'm writing things. I'm drawing things. I'm trying things.
also, hi Jenna, how are you? We have the JC and Friends show. I know. Okay. I'll work on that during the first sprint.
Yay!
Esther is here. Oh, yay! Okay. She's finished one more episode. Oh, her and her
Oh,
timeline.
you're finishing that series or is this like the last episode? So you're gonna be satisfied maybe or mad?
Makes me makes me scared. Oh, what makes you scared? I'm sorry. I think I missed something. Oh, my heart is so sad today. Who I've worked with for 6 years.
Oh,
Oh no. No reason. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
oh man, what a bummer.
Let's see. And I think
I never
I
get it. I love it when people say hi to each other. Like, what?
two more episodes. Okay.
Okay,
Two,
okay, two more.
are these short episodes? Doesn't matter. Anyway, oh, you know what I forgot to do before the stream started? I forgot
Did you
to
not get a timer?
I have the timer pulled up on a different tab. I just forgot to actually put it to share it. Yeah, that thing that you're supposed to do when you want other
Oh,
people to actually see the timer. Yeah, that thing. Hi Victoria. Hello. Okay, we're gonna get right into some productivity, folks. Hi Tiffany. How are you today? Hello, Jess.
hey, Jess.
I've got enough energy for one more task today, and it has to be cooking dinner. Otherwise, I would jump in a heartbeat. I miss you. I miss you too, Gwynna.
No, take care of yourself. And
Yes, for
she's making a baby, guys. So,
growing a whole entire human, that is the most important job you will ever have. So
so
take
you
care of
you be
you.
about doing that. We absolutely adore you. So,
Um. Oh wow. Hi, Jocelyn. Hello. Okay,
hello.
so it's 45. It's chunky. Hope you got stuff to do, or just do some self care stuff, or whatever it is you're going to do. Have fun. And Laura, I will send you that link in just a moment. And oh, I forgot to hit play. I'm rusty apparently. I just did this last week. I don't know why,
I
but
know. Well, you could just use this.
a
Use it.
whole
I
year
did.
passed by. A whole year passed by.
Yep. You haven't done this since last year. Yep.
Okay, folks. In three, two, one, happy sprinting. Hello, and we're back. And we've picked up a Laura and a
And
Barrett,
maybe a bear.
maybe a Barrett. Barrett somewhere. But until then, we'll just wonderfully stare at Briley, or lovingly stare at Briley. Um, how'd you guys do during the sprint? Did you get anything good done? Nia, you're muted, Nia.
Oh, yeah, I muted. Uh, I am working on my January cover spread. I have like my weekly done, but I never did a spread, remember, because I was doing the other
Yeah.
things. So I'm multitasking. So between that and I also got my LLC, it went through.
Yay!
Now I have to make like logos and merch, and I didn't want to do it until I knew for sure I had the name and all that good stuff, but
I'm so
I already wrote
excited.
it in my journal for my annual journal, so I'm like, I hope everything's good, and it is.
I'm
So
so excited to promote the mess out of it. So,
I feel a
Laura, how
little
about
more official. It's cool.
you?
So my inking pens arrived.
Yay!
So
The
I
journals
am
too, maybe?
no.
Did the journal? Oh,
So I'm seeing how the inking pens work, and yeah, because there are three different kinds.
What are
Nice.
inking pens?
Uh, for like making comics, so like calligraphy
that
pens.
was my next question
Oh
too,
my
because I was
gosh, I
like, what?
love that. Very fancy.
So I have the G nib, uh, the Speedball number 102 nib, and I have the school nib. So I have
Nice.
three different types of thinness and like how much pressure will make them spread, and so you get different line weights. So yeah.
Jenna says hello to Laura and Barrett. Oh, and you have a yay. Barrett, welcome. Nice. How are you? How was your day, Barrett? You're muted. You're muted. You've
I had a
muted
very long
yourself.
day at work.
You missed the circus. Part two. I'm sorry. Look,
Sorry,
Nia.
I was ordering Red Lobster because I had a really bad
Oh,
day at work. So he was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Give me my pina colada sauce for my shrimp." Um, okay.
oh.
So what were we chatting about? We're chatting about the madness on Capitol Hill because it's about to start again in about 4 minutes. And I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
was
why.
about to say seventh vote is about to go
Like, are
underway.
we getting ready
Are
to
we about to
sprint?
go to sprint? What's happening?
Because
Um, maybe we should go through the answers to these questions real
Yeah,
quick.
no, we should. I was kidding.
I mean, they got to do the call
Oh no,
first.
you
So
know I'm not afraid to talk about it, but I'm
Author
not
Sylvester,
monetized
I
yet.
agree 100%
Uh,
because that's what I
I'm not
thought of
monetized yet.
Speedball. I thought Speedball, 8 ball.
Hold on, what? Oh, okay.
It's a
Question.
drug.
Hi,
It's a drug
Esther. We
infant,
picked up an
and those of
Esther.
us that were bad in our 20s.
How was it?
It was so good.
Oh, I want to
I'm
read the Unseelie so much too.
Me too.
whoa.
Oh,
The
okay. So the
last book
question.
was really, really good.
I'm gonna put that
Okay,
on
good.
my
It's
list.
on
I
my
meant to put it on
TBR.
my list to read this year, but
Really
to read
good.
and to buy. How is
It's on.
2023 starting out for you so far? And what's the biggest wish you have for yourself this year? I'm going to go through the answers really quick. Well, Laura can read hers.
2023 is starting out well. My wish is to get the salary I dream of for my day job, and I just asked for it in an interview, and they did not scoff at me. So
Because
there's hope.
they know your
Oh,
Bible.
good.
They know what they've got.
Yeah,
Good. I love it.
and I want to get a book published this year.
We will do
Tiny
it.
shivers, right? Tiny shivers.
Yeah, Tiny Shivers. Yes.
Elise said 2023 has not started well, but I'm trying to stay positive. My biggest wish for this year is to publish 2 books. You've got
You can
this,
do
Elise,
it.
and we will be here cheering you on all the way. 2023. Nick says 2023 has started great, actually, and honestly, let me be free. Let me be free of homework and maybe tie the knot. Ooh,
Ooh,
does he?
nice.
Anna says, it's going okay so far. I'm trying really hard to plan out routines and enjoy the process of them. My biggest wish is to finish my PhD. You got this, which is first half of the year. Wish I'll how to first half of the year wish I'll make more later. Victoria says, I've been reading and returning my writing project, so that's great. My biggest wish is to make some local friends. I moved recently and want to start getting to know people more.
Yeah,
Oh, I have
that's
not
always
reached the
hard.
point.
It's
I have
really
not reached
hard
the
as
point
grown-ups
where
to make friends.
I'm not. Look, I haven't reached the point again where I'm ready to people again in person.
Really
I
to make friends as
I,
grown-ups.
yeah.
huh?
I said I find it's really hard as adults, grown-ups, to make friends. You know, like when I was in school or college or whatever, it was easier because like
Yeah.
we had a reason to be together regularly. You know, like other than work, as an adult, it's hard. What are you gonna do? Go to a cuddle party? Like I don't know. Like how can you meet friends?
Yeah, it's hard. Like it's really limited the
Oh my
spaces for adults. It's like either you befriend people from work, which sometimes works and sometimes it
It's
doesn't.
awful,
Or
right?
what? Do you go to like a pub, a club,
A cuddle party.
maybe
I'm telling you,
It's even
maybe
more
have
hard.
a hobby that groups people together? I don't know. It's so
It's
hard as
even
an
harder
adult.
when you don't really like being around people all that much, and they suck the energy out of you. You know that makes it harder.
Yeah.
well,
Margaret had started out with 5-star read. Go Morgan Jerkins.
Nice.
Is that the name of the book, or is that the
probably the
author?
author.
The author probably.
But I need the name of the book, Margaret. I feel like I'm being left out something. Morgan says 2023 has been great so far. I've already read 2 books this year, short books, but still 2 books in 4 days.
Nice.
That is not nothing. That's a
I
lot.
love it.
And I've been writing. Yay! Jenna says my
Yesterday,
greatest wish. Huh?
yesterday I read 2 books and watched 9 episodes of an anime.
Oh,
Nice.
wow, 9.
Yeah.
Wow,
They're all 20, 25 minutes
that's
piece.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it does go by quickly.
Jenna says my greatest wish is to partake of Taco Bell without consequence.
Good luck.
Oh, is that Arjuna? Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I know. Okay.
My actual
No, I
goal
wondered.
is to stay away from the Taco Bell.
Same, same, same.
It's like a love or hate.
Right? Carrie, the
Well,
author,
your
says,
taste buds like it, but your body hates it. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's the
Carrie,
nicer way. The way Laura said it's the better way to say it than I would have said it. So
Yeah. The toilet worships it.
yes,
the
the Crone does not love it.
Carrie, the author, says, part 1, so far okay. Getting little back in the school routine was tough, but we're ending the week with Disney on Ice Friday night. Ooh, nice.
Oh, I
Nice.
would love that.
Right?
I used to
Part
go
2. Man, why did they do stuff like that when I was in school? Never mind. Uh, my wish, part 2, is my wish for myself is to work to improve my mental health and make more of a point to remember the positives in my life through keeping in a keeping in a bullet journal, or get back to scrapbooking. Ooh,
Nice.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Gratitude's
Carrie,
hard.
if you guys can go to Disney on Ice every year, like that is one of my girls and my sons. It's like one of their favorite memories is that they know every year we went to Disney on Ice. It's like you know what I mean? So, and I know your daughter's like 2. So if that's something you can make it think, I think that that's just going to be something that y'all can have forever.
100.
And I could still talk about it. So
Her
it's
second
worth
wish
it.
is it's the year of the sequel, and at least 2 books I want out this year: Misadventures Part 2, and the second book of her contemporary fantasy Witches of Coolersville series. Ooh.
Nice.
You can do it.
Angela says, I originally thought that my word for the year would be hope. Instead, it looks like it'll be 2 words: romance and happiness. The year is starting off good, and my words are my hopes for 2023. Clarify, autocorrect. 2023 is it is as wonderful or dreadful as my mind makes it. Very good way to look at
That's
it.
true.
Jocelyn says, I suppose my word for the year is determination. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I am determined to finish my work in progress the first part of this year. Our lovely Gwynna says, my biggest wish for myself for 2023 is 2, maybe 3 books this year.
Go, Gwynna.
Yeah.
So ambitious. I love her.
You're
Yeah.
probably gonna be busy this year, but okay, go, Gwynna.
Yeah.
Joanna said, my biggest wish is self-published project Sugar and Spice, get more sales than I had my first book, plus get more clients from my family's book publishing company. Ooh, nice.
Oh yay!
Third wish is to open a KoFi shop selling I can talk. Bakery book merch.
Nice.
Oh, her. Okay. And what are you got? We know Laura's, Nia, Esther,
Well, hang
Mary.
on. I saw author Sylvester Barzy. People are like
Oh,
congratulating
I
him.
had to
He
switch
said-
back over. Sorry. I
Oh,
had to
okay,
switch
okay.
back.
No, I was like, something happened to him. Yes.
2023 is amazing. I got a July release date for my pirate book. So now
Congratulations.
I'll have to kill myself to get it done. And my biggest wish is to get one of my series on track for a movie or a TV. That is amazing.
Nice.
That is not a bad
Congratulations.
wish. There are
That
worse.
is
That
awesome,
awesome.
Sylvester.
I love hearing that. Wow.
I
Sorry, I
absolutely.
just saw it and I didn't know what the comment was. So I was like, get it up there so I can see it.
That was good.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, there's oh, they're doing the prayer. Oh, he done already said he don't want to vote tonight. They don't have a deal. Dems ain't letting that happen. But 9 episodes in a day, Laura.
Okay, though, to be
She
fair,
works.
I did. And I did binge watch all of Avatar The Last Airbender in 3 days in college.
Yeah, that happens.
3
I mean,
seasons in 3 days was...
I still binge watch things. I'm not gonna say how late I stayed up last night.
Well, I
Early this
stopped
morning.
watching at 6
Was
in the
it night or
morning.
was it morning? It was morning. Okay. I was
It
like,
was-
was it night or morning? Okay.
I couldn't sleep, so I read a book from 2 to 3 in the morning, and then I watched anime for a couple hours.
I'm
Yeah,
happy to say I did not have to call Esther or message Esther at 2 a.m. I was asleep by 1:30, so I was doing good. I was like,
And
look
that
at that.
would have been, I
Right.
did check when it was like close to 2 a.m. I'm like, I paused my drama, went to Instagram and checked. No message from Nia. She probably is asleep. Let me keep watching my drama. It was close to sunrise when I realized I'm like, I should sleep.
Sleep is critical.
Okay, well, my answer to the question is well, I don't have an answer for the first part, but my biggest wish for myself this year is to take better care of my mental health. And that is my biggest wish for me this year, which also includes getting a therapist. I'll find one eventually.
Yeah.
You'll be able to.
To find one that takes my insurance. That is the trick.
That's the other part. Yeah, and that takes your insurance. So I hope
Yeah.
that's for you too, JC.
What about you and you guys? I know we saw Laura's, but Nia, Barrett, Esther.
Mr. Nia? Who were you
So
thinking?
who
One of
wants to
y'all.
go? All right, I'll go. I want to do my Loki children's books. You guys, well, y'all have seen that his little logo's on the merch, and it's actually on my logo for Fiction of Fiction. So I want to do those, and I have one. It kind of rhymes, and I'm like, do I want to keep it in rhyme? Because then that means that for all of them, I'll have to do them all in rhyme. So I don't know if I want to stick with that, but. So I want to do that, and then of course I want to put out my comic and maybe the book that I just finished. See where I can get it to what I want to do with it towards the end of the year. So, if publish it or query it, one of those two things.
Okay.
So that's what I would like to do.
Those are great witches.
I like that.
Awesome.
Esther, you're the most delirious. See, you go next.
Way to call me out on my lack of sleep. I am not delirious. I am itching to go back to the drama because I'm just like 2 episodes away, and
From the
it's
end?
so good.
So will you have a
So good.
conclusion at the end, or does it just like cliffhanger you?
Well, when I left, I kind of like had an idea it was going that way. It's just heartbreaking to be right. So I'm like, I don't want to sit in this heartbreak. But anyways, I can wait. 2023 has started pretty good. I've been keeping most of the habits that I'm trying to like install in my life, except not sleeping, but I digress. Um, and for wishes, I wish I can stay within my publishing plan. If I stay the course, everything that I want to happen will happen. So
Okay.
that's my wish.
Love that.
Self discipline.
I like it. I like it.
What's that? I don't know.
I,
Yeah.
I ordered Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, so I don't know.
Now I want some red
So-
lobster, and it's right up the street. Okay, anyway.
How is 2023 starting out? You know what's funny? Not well, but I'm really grateful. Like I think I've had a really for instance, I've had a really hard day at work. My health insurance is trying to screw me around on my infusion, so that's all up in the air, and that's stressful. There are a million things that I could sit and be upset about or stressed about. I was texting with Eva earlier. Actually, Eva, I will, if she are out there, I will finish that text thread later. I started it this morning at work, but I don't know. There was a point today where I was venting, and I kind of realized in the middle, hey, I have a place to live. I have health insurance. It may be difficult, but I have it. Is work stressful? Yes, but I have a job that I like, and I like the people I work with, and that's unusual. It's opened a lot of doors and opportunities for me. Have to be grateful for them. So I don't know. I think starting out not so great, lots of problems and issues and stuff, but I'm trying to stay on the grateful side of the fence. And that's my whole thing for 2023. I think I'm going to look at the glass as half full. And that's my challenge is instead of, especially with chronic illness or anything like that you have to deal with, mental health, all the things that I deal with on the regular, it's really easy to fall on the despair side. It's a lot harder to stay on the gratitude side and remind myself that, it could always be a lot harder than it is. And this is the journey I'm on, and I should really stay in my own lane. So that's that. What's my biggest wish that I have? Probably that I don't lose a lot of my AuthorTube folks as I pivot away this year. I think, and I don't mean you all, people on screen and the people I have personal relationships with. Thank you. But I think I genuinely think that's part of the reason I haven't put this last video up. It's my last AuthorTube vlog kind of thing. I scheduled it for Monday, and then I moved it to Wednesday, and then I'm not going to do it tonight because I don't know. I'm putting it off. It's I'm not ready to make it real. But I'm also excited about it. So I think my wish for that is for that pivot to not lose some of the relationships I have with people and those connections, even though my time will pull. And not be as focused on this niche. So I think that's probably my wish.
I mean, people in life, people come and go. Some stay longer than others, and some do turn around and come back into our lives. So you may have people that way that will stay the course. Some people will leave and you will never see them again. And some people will circle back to you. So it's just let life do its own thing.
Yeah.
And just enjoy your time.
Yeah, I think that's
what I found is we're a pretty crafty and diverse group. So even Charlie does mostly journaling and stuff like that. And so we all kind of still stay together. So I would don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, I know. I'm not. I did worry about that for a while. I even had visited with Charlie a little bit about it, one-on-one about, will I get kicked off AuthorTubers React? He was like, I don't do AuthorTube anymore either. And I was like, okay, well.
No.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think
that's my answer.
Great answer. The great answer there. Great answer.
I don't show my work a lot, but if someone wanted to see it, I don't know if you want me to show it.
Huh?
Congratulations on the uncle.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to show us something? Hold on.
Yay.
Well, yeah, someone asked. They wanted to see my comic.
Yeah, I think Angela was asking, but I'm in.
Is that okay, JC?
Yeah, of course. Hold on, let me make you big.
That's so cool.
I love.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Everything Mia does is
Art.
amazing. So,
You don't happen to like Star Trek, do you?
Yes, but to be honest, this is not.
just
It's
it.
more like another thing more than Star Trek. But yes, I do like Star Trek. But it's like, but I'm more into another thing and not Star Wars. It's a thing called Stargate.
Ooh, yes.
People on a ship and going through space. Yes, absolutely. That's my jam.
All right, Laura, you got to get drawn because we're ready. Like, you're next. A couple months from now, it's like, boom, hit us with a comic. Ooh,
she's like, I'm always
have
drawing.
the portrait.
Oh my God, Laura, your talent.
This is
We got
with
some
microns and watercolor.
Love
So
it.
now I'm
Amazing.
messing with the actual inking pens, and
That's amazing.
I gotta figure out how to make a forest look like a forest from far away with a horizon without a photo. Like,
Paint.
Lots of
Paint. I'm
praise
gonna
and
tell you, Laura.
chat for
Put
you.
on Bob Ross and paint with Bob Ross. I'm not kidding. I did one.
Bob Ross paintings as well. Yeah,
I have
But
a Bob
that's
Ross
paint.
t-shirt.
Like it's so weird, and I did it one digitally. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
it's just practice. It's great. Yeah. Do that. You'll get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm side-eyeing the circus. Sorry.
You guys, I make people look bad. Like, I'm just the talent you guys have is incredible. I wish I had a tenth of it.
I
both.
have stick figures. That's what I have.
Yeah, same.
Hold
Those
up,
look bad.
I
Those aren't
can't
even. People don't even know what those
I
are.
can't
Those
even
are
do stick
and they're
figures
that's a
right.
flower.
My stick figures look horrible. So.
That's what, exactly. I had my niece at one point. I was drawing with her, and she's like, "I love your flower," and I was like, "That's a person."
was the person wearing a hat?
No, I had done like hair, like I thought it was a girl, so I like flipped her hair out, and she was like, "Oh, a tulip, it's like a flower," and I was like, "That's supposed to be you and me, like that's two people."
Look, Mia, look. Jenna said her friends and she, they like to get together and get crunk and paint with Bob Ross videos. It's heavenly.
It is. I love that.
Sounds lovely, Jenna.
The bad stick figures. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab another timer. I'm not sure the circus is actually gonna happen tonight, but we'll see. If I get lost over here,
Yeah,
and the
I'm not promising to be productive.
And the grooms get me. Well, it's not going to be as chunky of a sprint.
Like I may watch my drama.
Just the 30.
Yeah, I will have it on in the background.
3 episodes left. I have an hour and a half left of this show.
I have 2 hours.
You can do it.
Like, should I watch it? Should I paint?
Watch
Oh, yeah, it's probably something that you want to pay attention to. Like, I'm putting the circus on in the background so I can keep working.
This is subtitled.
Yeah, this is something you want to.
Now the thing is, do I leave my camera on so you guys can see me losing my mind?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes.
I may or may not cry. So.
Fun to see you.
Maybe I should watch something crying. We should see who has the best cry. Like we should all have a good cry on screen and be like, whose was the best?
Well, I thought some characters got murdered. Like I was like, wait, what?
Oh, that's torture.
I flipped out in Discord. I was like, they're like,
now my characters are not dead. They just it's angst, it's pinning, it's slow burn, it's all the wonderful things that I love.
It's like
some people were getting squashed to death. I was like, holy smokes.
Oh, okay.
Laura and I are in like 2 different spectrum and I love it.
I mean,
says competitive crying.
Right? Like it could be cool.
Y'all said who's murdering a character? I think they're talking about a show. Well, it is a character on a show.
2 different shows.
That still applies. Okay, I'm gonna hit the start button. So
Woohoo!
everyone sprint and do whatever it is you're doing on your sprint. Have fun.
Taking over the world.
Coconut shrimp. That's what I'm doing on this crap.
Yes, enjoy.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
coconut
great.
shrimp.
Okay.
That's what he was like. What do you want for dinner? I was like, I just saw a commercial for coconut shrimp. What do you mean? What are we doing for dinner? We're doing red
And
lobster.
cheddar
That's
biscuits, right? And
we
cheddar
gotta have
biscuits,
to.
right?
We gotta have to.
Oh gosh, I wish I was there.
We had a
Okay.
discussion about a dozen, and then we were like, no, we're adults.
Oh, but it doesn't sound so much better. But okay. No problem staying warm today. 61 degrees. It's like, isn't this supposed to be winter? Be nice if it felt that way. Hi. How did everybody do?
I'm doing good.
Carrie got 553 words. Nice. And then her fingers started to cramp. So, bullet journal time. Wouldn't that make your fingers hurt more?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. I was like, wait, isn't that involve handwriting? And okay, you know. How did you guys do, Nia?
I did fine. I'm still plugging away, um, playing with fonts and all that good stuff.
Okay, you okay?
Yeah, my eyes are a little bit tired because I've been multitasking, and the light is starting to bug my eyes a little bit. So I'm like,
Darn it,
Yeah.
no.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry.
that's okay. It's it is what it is. We deal. Actually, what would help if I put these on?
What, the blue light glasses?
Yes, don't mind me.
You know, I need some of
Not
those
me
because
struggling for a half an hour.
yeah.
I could have just put these on in the first place. Anyway, next.
Nick got tea started, about to munch on some Reese's cups, and setting up my planner for tomorrow with my new pens. Ooh, love
Nice.
a good new pen. Esther, Laura, what'd you guys get done?
I'm fixing a mistake. I flicked my pen to try and get a splatter. It just did a
Oh,
slug of ink. It's like, darn it,
not the splatter you were looking for.
no. No.
Victoria's cooking dinner. Esther, was the dessert yummy? Oh, she holding up a finger? Yep. Okay. Well,
Okay,
I.
there. So
Oh,
I
okay.
did some watercolor on the ink. So
Ooh, nice.
nice and
Ooh.
blue. So trying to get the forest in the day and the night. So
Oh, I can't watercolor either, but I'm gonna learn this year. Learn something.
I'm back.
Yes.
I just needed 2 more minutes to finish that chunk of the episode, and I'm glad I got dessert because I would have been crying way, way before I was ready. So,
Carrie
dessert
said
to
the
the
handwriting.
rescue.
Carrie said the handwriting only hurts one hand instead of both. So,
Hmm, that's true.
Gotcha.
uh, read over a scene and Jocelyn read over a scene in her draft. And let's see. So the question was, well, we know what Esther did during the sprint. She just kind of answered us. Jen writes romance. Hello, by the way. I don't think I saw you as you came in. Took a bit to adjust to the online thing, but it went okay. I have, I think I must be reading that out of context, as I do often. Handwriting will lock my hands up so fast. Typing doesn't hurt until the following morning. Interesting. Tiff edited a short project workbook, and now I need to test it out. Ooh,
Nice.
very nice. Okay. I have questions.
If I didn't have already so many things that I on my plate, I would be like, can I volunteer for a test subject? But yeah,
Right? Oh
I
yeah,
can't.
yeah. Use me, use me. Oh, I'm sorry. Not in that way. Not in that way. I had to clarify because Jen is in the chat, and I don't know what. Jocelyn says I need to get back in the watercolor. It's my go-to for illustrations. Oh, I
Nice.
didn't know you did illustrations. Interesting. Question number 2 is what's one form of self-care you're going to make sure to implement this year that you neglected to implement last year? Some interesting answers. Jen said sleeping instead of working so late. That's a good one. Jocelyn says I'm going to take
No
better care
power
of
to
my
it.
hair. I haven't been doing anything to it except washing and combing it. Oh, not
It's
even
hard
gonna
to do
talk
even
about
that much for me.
Oh, okay, but talk about how hard it was to comb out my hair, which is what was like, oh, you were depressed. Okay. My hair is so tangled. Thought I was gonna have to cut it. Um,
Nope,
Big
work
said,
it out. Work it out no matter how long
"Oh,
it takes.
I did.
There's a lot of patience and a lot
Yeah.
of conditioner.
Do not think
Hmm.
I would look good with short hair. So yeah,
There have been times where all I could get through was like one quarter and then just wait. Just like
exactly.
that's what
Oh,
I could do.
it took me two days total.
Like
Um,
you walk around looking a little bit crazy, put on a hat. That's all
mhm.
right.
Nick said, cooking. Yes, cooking can be relaxing, depending on what you're cooking. Carrie said, drinking more water and remembering to take my medication. Yes, and yes to both of those. Um, Anna said, setting
Good.
boundaries that honor myself and my energy levels. Oh, that's such a
Definitely.
good answer. That's such a good answer. And also, Morgan, taking vitamins, drinking water, and remembering to eat, which she reminded me that I did not take my vitamin today. So, oh, yeah, speaking of those,
Mhm.
Elise said, sleep. I'm doing everything I can to get at least 8 hours every night. Such a luxury. I don't know what that feels like. 8 hours. I don't even think my body can go past maybe 5.5, maybe 6 at best.
Yep.
At best. Eva says recreational reading. Diane says facial mani pedi and massage at a day spa.
Nice.
Also reading under the sun and moon with my Kindle Paperwhite.
Nice.
Uh oh, and more cuddle time with our paw kids and my husband. Oh,
Mm.
the paw kids. Oh. What about you guys?
Um,
Mm.
Wait a minute, did I read?
probably.
I didn't read Gwynna's. I'm sorry. Using the gym membership I paid for. I thought that was a really good one too.
Mhm. That is a good one.
I mean, making making time for reading. Like I was like, I'm a binge reader, but I still feel guilty to take an entire day to for reading. So I'm like, okay,
Mm.
I'm gonna just get like as soon as I wake up, the first 30 minutes of my day is gonna be for reading, and that's what I'm trying to implement. That way, I can like read all the books that I want to read, and I don't feel guilty because it's just 30 minutes.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Why would you feel guilty for reading all day? Reading more makes you a better writer.
is I I read recreational. I don't really analyze. Like I don't read as a writer. I read as a reader.
Mhm.
I've never been able to read as a reader as a writer. I watch movies and series as a writer, but I don't read as a writer. So to me, it feels like, oh, I could be doing so many other things that are, to me, in the scale of priorities, are higher than reading, because again,
Mhm.
it's just a recreational thing that if I feel guilty.
So
But
I
I've
don't
been able
really.
to like manage. Like I'm like, if I get just a small chunk, because I can read a page a minute, so that's like 30 minutes of 30 pages. That's
Mm.
that's a pretty fast kind of like reading
Mhm.
speed.
That's
So I'm
pretty
like,
good.
yeah, if I can read 30 pages per day, like I can read a book in just a couple of days, which I don't feel like I'm taking so much time out of other things.
Hmm.
But I don't. I mean, well, I mean, I get that.
For
I
me,
understand the
I
whole thing
only.
about the whole reading, watching TV as a writer. Because when I watch TV now, I'm just like, oh, but I could write that so much better. That scene could have been written this way. But I don't read like that either, which is why I don't typically like. Sorry, don't judge me. I don't necessarily like writing book reviews. I can. I have. I just don't because when I read, I don't read with the intention of like taking notes and noting, this standout scene or this that. I don't track how am I I'm not
Yeah,
phrasing this right.
I don't track what I read, and I don't annotate, and I don't
Yeah, I don't
put
track
like
what I read.
things.
When
And
I'm reading
but
for fun, enjoyment.
when
So
I leave reviews, I usually just be like, I love this because of this. My reviews are
right,
usually a sentence or two sentences long. That's it. I don't go into like an essay. That's
right, and
not
I
me.
feel like those aren't helpful reviews, are they? Like if I
They
just say I
are.
love this so much, is that helpful?
Yeah,
If I
I
just
mean,
say it like that,
if you mention what you like for example, I'm like, I love this book because it has my favorite trope, and this is the trope that it has. That helps someone who will read it
see, I can't do
eventually.
that either because I don't really follow the whole trope thing. Like
But
I
you
don't
can
really
be
see
I like this character because of this, or I like this book because of this setting, like that, and that is just gonna be two sentences, and it's still gonna be
okay.
helpful. That's
I'm
how I
always
leave
I'm
reviews because
always
I
hesitant to give reviews because I always feel like they won't do the book justice. And I'm like, I really like this book, so I want to do it justice, and I don't want to write something that's not going to do it justice. So then I just usually don't. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just because I'm like, my little one sentence of how much I really love this book isn't really saying anything. So I just always be so scared I'm like gonna hurt the writer if I just put my 2 cents in.
Yeah. Just to let you know, you're not going to be the only person. Now you know someone who leaves like one or two sentences of a review. That's it. And I
Oh, that
just
makes me feel so much
say what
better.
I love like the most. That's it.
And Laura, you I'm so sorry. You were getting ready to say something.
Um, I don't read as a writer either, unless it's my own work or
Mhm.
I'm beta reading. If I'm
Yeah.
just reading a book, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
It's
enjoying
enjoyment.
it.
Yeah.
So, um, but I still get pieces that I want to incorporate into my own writing. Like, oh, I like this character motivation, or oh, I like this type of setting. I like this type of description. And so I'll like magpie and pick my shinies and like
Yeah.
incorporate them eventually. So
Yeah.
it is helpful still to read, even if I'm not analyzing sentence structures.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's just that my mind doesn't see it that way. Because it doesn't, because my mind doesn't see it that way. It guilt trips me if I spend too many hours. And it does the same with movies and with series. I'm like, I'm still here guilt tripping myself for like sleeping a couple hours because I stayed until an ungodly amount of time watching this series and I'm obsessing about it. But do I stop? Not until I watch the series. I watch the series and then I guilt trip myself and not to watch anything else. Like it's just.
I have a
Uh,
question. What way, for Victoria, what way, because she said I've never heard someone who thinks about reviews in
that
that
you
way
probably that you had to write something
that
worth
I wouldn't.
the
Oh,
enjoyment.
okay. Well, because all the reviews I read for, like when I read other people's, I don't read reviews that often, but when I do read reviews of other books, they're always so detailed and long, and they highlight certain parts of the book, and I'm like, I can't write a review like that.
Yeah, but a
Like,
lot of those reviews are from like book reviewers. That's their thing.
and to answer Anna's question, as a writer, would you be happy to get a shorter review on your own work? I'd be happy to get any review, but I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't know it was there unless you told me it was there. Like if unless you told me you wrote a review, I wouldn't know it was there because I don't. As a person, when I go look for books, I read the synopsis. If it sounds interesting, I read the first page. I don't really look at the reviews of other people. Every now and then I will. Like if someone I know tells me they wrote a review for this book, I'll go read it. But I don't because everyone's gonna
I
get something different out of a book. So
yeah, I laugh at Gwynna's comment about turning the writer brain off.
Wait, what?
See,
Y'all can
that's
turn the writer brain off? You don't hyper analyze every scene of every book or and
so I do analyze visual medium because that's
yeah.
my day job.
Well, it's not my day
So,
job, but I also analyze TV. I can't watch TV and movies now without analyzing
Yeah.
every single thing. Um, but reading, I don't. I don't analyze
so
when I.
For
when
me,
I
I think is because of my friends. My friends are in different media related interests, hobbies, and work. So it from a very young age, since I was a teenager, we will watch movies or series and sit down and discuss them. But we did not do that with books because out of all of my friends, it's just me and another person who is an avid book reader. And we don't really read this exact same thing. So we rarely match for us to sit down and talk about a book. But we did for movies and TV. So my brain is already wired to do that, but not to books.
I do leave star reviews, Eva. I do leave stars. I just don't like write out a detail.
Bless you, Nia.
Write
And
out
what
a
was that
detail.
again, Laura, that I caught you off?
Oh,
so
thank
yay.
you.
So like with movies and TV shows, when I'm watching a scene, my brain is automatically like, that's 2D, that's 3D, that's a ragdoll, that's a flat effect. Like my brain automatically is parsing through like what elements did they utilize from what type of program. So
Mm,
Yeah.
that's in camera, that's makeup, or like that's augmented with CG, things like that. So like I can't really turn that off, but I've been doing it for over 10 years. So like
Wow.
I've
yeah.
only
Yeah.
I've only been writing for 4. So
I'm
yeah.
gonna laugh at Gwynna's comment for the rest of the night. What? Y'all can turn your writing brain off? That is hilarious. I only analyze after reading. I read the book and then I analyze it.
Like right now I'm reading Tokyo Ghoul. I've seen the anime. Awesome. And now I'm reading it and I want to analyze panels and like how do they guide the eye with the flow through the panels and the pages, and how do they like what are the camera angles and everything. But my brain's just like story. Like
Yeah.
dang it, I'm supposed to be analyzing.
That's true.
What about you,
I
Nina?
mean, sometimes I do stop if something in a book is like really stand out, like is the scene that it develop on the page, or if it's like a really good chunk of dialogue or like a really good phrase, I do stop and I'm like, oh, this is good. And then I just keep going. Like I just stop for a couple of seconds, but I don't do that. I do that to my writing, and if I'm better reading for someone else, then I read more slower and kind of like thinking through everything. But just no more reading. I just want the story. I want to be somewhere else that is not wherever I'm sitting down to read.
Gwynna, it just cracking me up.
See, I have no
Ah,
control over the dialogue or the plot development on stuff I work on for work. So it's like I'm just analyzing the visuals.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all I would have any say over.
Gwynna, there are some shows I'd be like, oh no, the soap opera writing has gotten kind of bad over the last decade or so. Like for Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless, if anybody still watches those soaps, I do. But I'm just like, who wrote this? And then what pisses me off about soap operas sometimes is they get these new writers in here who have no idea about the history of the show, and it's very clear they did not go back and watch old episodes. Because I'm like, yeah, that did not happen. I've been watching for like since I was a child. That didn't happen. But okay, would
Yeah.
love to write for a soap opera. Can you tell?
I
Nina, what
mean,
about
you do write very good family drama. I think your writing will be great for like daytime TV drama.
it also helps that I actually know about the shows that I would be writing for. I'm just,
That's true.
there's still a whole entire storyline that Young and the Restless hadn't gone down that I'm like, y'all don't remember that y'all wrote this, but I know that y'all wrote this, and y'all need to touch. This is a whole paternity test waiting to happen. Oh, okay.
I love it.
You are not the father moment waiting to happen here. But
I love it. I love it.
Neil, what about you? How do you read analytically, or do you are you good at separate turning the analytical brain off when you're reading, or do you and read for
I
enjoyment?
I can do either. So it depends. Sometimes I just want to be completely immersed, and so I just do that. And then sometimes, like if I'm reading like for a book club where I know we're going to discuss it, I try to just remember things that I want to point out. So, but I try to read to just enjoy it for the most part. But I can analyze when I need to.
Like when I had my old computer, it had a disk drive. So I would put my movie in it and I would screenshot my way through the movie and paste it in Photoshop. So I had files of just screenshots of each movie, and I would go through and I would thumbnail and analyze movie scenes to help me develop my eye for lighting and stuff like that. But I don't have a disk drive anymore.
Oh, no.
And I've lost my Photoshop disk because it's CS5. Because I'm old.
Oh,
You're not old.
what?
You're not old. I will say,
It was back when you had the disk to install Photoshop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh.
I have CSC.
I will say, one thing that can pull me out
That's the one that
of reading a good story, like, because I try to turn the analytical brain off, but if I see too many, but what kicks in is my editor brain. When I see too many grammatical mistakes or spelling errors, and I'm just like, and it don't even be the indie books; it be the traditionally published ones that should have a good editor, and I'm just like, who edited this? Because
I was
I
reading
mean,
a book this morning.
I love my James Patterson books, but there are very, very many. There's a lot of mistakes in some of his books. I'm like, someone at your publishing company did not edit this well. But okay, JD Robb too. I'm like, ooh, but you mean that's what it's supposed to say? That's not what it says, but that's what it's supposed to say, right?
It happens when publication plans are like very quick. That's when like proofreading goes to like a little bit on the wayside, and this is like any lane of publishing. It's just something's like goes through the cracks.
Well, okay, we're gonna do one more sprint, and I'm even going to surprise all of you
You at 20?
and make. Okay, not that. That's drastic. Hold on. I'm just gonna take it down by 5 more minutes. Like 20. What do you think I am?
This is like 25. That's the shortest she can do.
Yeah, I can't. Ooh, I can't do lower than 25. Oh, that hurt my heart.
That's enough for me to get another chunk of the episode.
Okay, so you get to find out what happens in the next scene.
I want to and I don't want to know because it's like getting like in the really really
Right now
thing.
it's Schrodinger's episode. Are they dead? Are they not? Who knows? If I never watch, I'll never find out.
So JC and Nia, and I think you heard me. I don't know. I did say that this is like a drama about like people having a near death experience and that get them to an alternative universe. So yeah, and they have to start dreaming to get back to their own world. So one of them dream
Yeah,
and is back to the other one is still stuck on the other universe, and it's so heartbreaking right now.
Oh no.
I think I would like this one.
Okay, here we go. Press and play. Got 7 minutes to talk real quick. And no, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Sprint, everyone. Hi, Gwynna. And we're back. We're back. I don't have a cool song to sing, but yeah. How did everybody do for that final sprint?
I'm almost done with this episode, and then I just have the final one.
How much more did you have?
So I have the last, I would say 15 minutes taking the credits
Oh,
out, and then I
okay. I
have
could
1 more
do
hour.
extra. Oh, how about you, Nia and Laura?
I just kept working on logo stuff.
Ooh, fun, having fun.
Mm-hmm. I wish my eyes weren't so tired. I think it's allergies. I feel like itchy and sneezy.
Yeah. What about you, Laura? You got some more reading done?
Yeah, volume 4.
Did you
Getting
finish
close to
it?
halfway. No, I'm getting close to halfway.
Okay.
I was
I'll
also
say.
recording a vlog.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh, we have another vlog in store soon.
maybe. Yeah.
Um, so
It's the gourmet, so it's it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be deliciously creepy.
Yes, yes. He only eats people that are artistically unique. And so,
Oh, wait! I
So
think
I would be
that
in trouble
dude
then.
was on the anime. Was he?
what?
I think that the dude that eats artistically inclined people. I think he was on the anime. Was he?
Well, like if you have pretty eyes, he will eat your eyes.
So we'd all be in trouble then.
If you smell good, he's gonna eat you.
Yeah, I think he is in the anime. I think, yeah. That
So the
I mean, Tokyo Ghoul is a great story. It's creepy and morbid, and you shouldn't eat while you watch it because not good.
I'd
But
imagine it's
it is
not.
really good storytelling.
So the
I paid a
question was,
little bit more attention to the panel configurations this time.
Yes. Jostling. I prefer to eat things that smell good too.
it
Relatability and
helps. It
horror.
does help. So the question was, what's one or more nonfiction books that you're putting on your TBR list this year? Carrie said, currently reading I can talk. World Building for Fantasy Fans and Authors by M.D. Presley. It was a Christmas present from my brother-in-law, and I have a bunch of writing books gathering dust on my shelf. Victoria says a lot of books about disability, disfigured about disability in Western fairy tales, disability visibility essay collection by a bunch of disabled authors, and also Cultish, which I've heard good things about forever, but never got around to reading. I know Michelle Schusterman mentioned that book,
Yeah.
Cultish, before
Mm-hmm.
in a blog of hers. Diane said, Spare by Prince Harry. I want to read that. I'm glad my mom died.
Have
Jeanette
the
McCurdy.
audiobook for that.
That's on my audiobook list because apparently the actual physical book keeps getting sold out. Um, the Light We Carry, Story Genius, The Artist's Way, On Writing Well, Writing Down the Bones, The 12-Week Year, and Dear Universe are her Q1 reading goals. That's ambitious reading
Yeah.
goals for the first quarter. Nick said, yeah, I have none listed on my actual TBR. They're more of an I get to them great. If I don't, oh well.
I
Yeah.
agree with Nick. I'm on that same vein. I'm like,
And D
Yep.
says, first read of 2023 is The Light We Carry by Michelle
Mm,
Obama.
I have
And
that on my
she's,
Kindle to read.
yeah, I need to
Nice.
get that book too. I know
wait, you shell out the money
feeding,
for the Kindle?
feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown is on my
For
list.
which one? Michelle Obama's, you mean?
Yeah, because Trad Pub ebooks are expensive.
I did, but I had a gift card. So like,
Oh, so it was not your money. That's good. That's okay.
no, I have an aunt that gives me stupid like $100 Amazon gift cards, and I had 2 for my birthday and Christmas, and I was like, okay. So I got like some trad pub stuff that I wouldn't want on my shelf because they'd be heavy and big. So I was like, I'll get it on Kindle version.
Nice. And it's not your
Sorry,
money,
that was
so.
a weird side winder. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was just like so surprised of a trust
So
fund.
Feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown is on my list, and I want to get Viola Davis's. I can't remember the exact name of it right now, but Viola Davis's book. I want to get that as well. It's a couple of others on my list too, but I can't really remember. And I'm glad my mom died is on my list for the audiobook read. That is a discussion we are not going to get into tonight because that will have us. Look, you saw the question right there. It's like,
Oh yeah.
well.
Oh no, just watch an Author Tubers React episode.
Yeah, I don't have the energy, Diane. You'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm too tired at work today.
I will say though, I'm not an ableist, so audiobooks count for me, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Great.
Tiffany says intuitive editing is one of them. Ooh, nice.
What's intuitive editing? Like, should I know what that is? It sounds like something I should learn.
I think I have it on my wish list. Is if I remember,
it's a book.
That's the book that is like white with a lot of like color splashes. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a buzzword. I was like, oh, what's
no, it is the title.
I think that's the title of the book. The book right here. Oh, hi, Heather.
Hey,
I almost forgot you were being silly of me. Okay.
Wednesday.
What about you guys? Do you have any nonfiction books on your list that you're reading this year?
I'm rereading Reinventing Comics, and I might try to make my way through Story Genius again, which I feel like it's going to be good. I just keep letting it peter off. I just don't stick with it.
I keep falling asleep, so not happening.
Yeah, I didn't love that one. I mean, I know that one's like and I feel like, again, I'm much more free, to be honest, about my feelings on some of the author tube feelings. I didn't get the Story Genius thing. Like, I just didn't. It didn't do it for me.
Okay, so it's not. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe it's just.
I want to add it to my list because I keep.
Yeah, it was dry like toast.
I heard that those were very, very helpful. Though.
Really loved it.
It was like a biscuit that sat on the counter for 2 days.
There's another one. Victoria said, "I hated Story Genius."
Okay, all right.
Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of us. Okay,
hold up, but you won't know if you like it unless you give it a try because you.
I tried it though, and it petered off very quickly, and then I was like, "Oh
okay.
yeah, it's Story Genius."
Yes, I haven't actually.
I'm not feeling it.
Found it boring to read. Like, and maybe that's because some of the I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I have the audiobook for Story Genius. I couldn't get through it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
okay.
this is like
I kept falling asleep. It's like
well, maybe it's.
I was actually physically reading, and I will be like.
I was like, could it be a book that you can't listen to, but maybe that you could actually physically read and actually read it better that way?
Maybe. I actually read it, and I literally
I tried to read it. Like,
I thought you said you tried to listen to it. I thought you said you tried.
No, not me.
Yeah, no, I thought you said. No,
I have the audio.
But I thought you also said that you tried the audiobook of it and couldn't get through it.
I keep dropping off on it, and it's not tabbed at all. Like, I don't even know where I left off.
No.
See, and here's my thing. So I'm like, craft books were always hard for me because I thought they were boring AF. But there were a few that I liked. One of them is this one, but it's specifically for like kid writers. But it doesn't read like I want to punch myself with the book like throughout it, which helps. So this one's like very, very little. But again, and it's for kids, so I mean it's lighter.
Ooh,
so this is the author of same author as Ellen Enchanted. But anyway, it's just they read fun, right? And so that makes a difference to me. Like, I don't know. I was always afraid to admit that because everybody on AuthorTube is like, I love Story Genius. And I was like, maybe it's just me.
I
Like,
want
maybe
to read this.
That might be why I liked Sasha Black's so much. Even listening to her read it,
yeah.
I really liked her voice, her tone, her sass. All of it came through. So I really liked Sasha Black's.
Yeah,
For
her
that
personality is in it, and the examples were interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
these are my non-fiction books I want to read.
Oh, let me see.
So I have Joanna Penn, How to Market a Book, 3rd edition.
Yeah.
And then I have a classic book about marketing called Positioning. I bought it used. It's supposed to be really good. And then My Home, How to Make Your Home a Happy Place.
Oh, I
love
it. That's the best one all night.
So, candles and fuzzy socks, and yes.
Yes to all of it.
And blankets and fairy lights and warm, sweet.
Yes to this.
Yeah.
I also want to read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert too.
Well, I was just putting that up. That was going to be So yeah. For my answer, I would recommend this one. This is one I've already read, but I reread this one about once a year since I bought it several years ago because it came out a few years ago now. And then the other one I'm reading is not craft related, but it's nonfiction. But it's really, really good, and it's for business owners. And I want authors to think of themselves as business owners because you are, and your books are your products. But anyway, this book is called Outgrowing Capitalism, and it's rethinking money to reshape society and pursue purpose. And it's about owning your business, because one of my things I'm doing this year with my mom is we're doing this business together, and we're trying to rethink what that is and what that looks like, and how you can try to do that more responsibly by working with people that are within your community or close to it, or within your marginalization community. Looking for ways to keep your dollars close, and how you can try to be responsible with your profits in a way to donate a portion. Oh, good night, Nick. Donate a portion of your income the way certain ethical companies have done, like Patagonia, or bunches of other companies that have a more social responsibility aspect to them, and what do they adopt and what do they believe in. So anyway, it's an interesting book, and I think it's an interesting way to think. And for authors, I think it could work as just a way to think about what your values are in your business sense, to not undersell yourself. There's a section of the book that's all about it's kind of the knowing your value thing, but it just comes at it from a different perspective of I don't know. I like the idea of it, and it made me not feel as icky about asking people to buy my things, which I think is inherently hard for some of us introverted people to be doing. And so, I think when there's an aspect of yourself, and as an artist, we forget that anything we do to put money back into our own communities in some form or fashion by creating jobs in some way is a benefit to more than just the person reading the story and getting enjoyment from it. So remind them that you are, especially if you're an indie author, you are a small business, and yes, I employed so-and-so to do a cover and so-and-so to be an editor. Remind them that you're the whole house. And that's an advantage over TradPub. So anyway, that's another book. So those are two I would throw out there. What do you got, Esther?
I mean, I don't have any nonfiction books that I want to read this year. Whenever I have to make a business decision, I do have the business plan book from Joanna Penn. And I constantly go back to it and make sure that I'm actually building a good plan for my author career. Because I know it is a business. I know my brand as an author, that is a product, and I have to compartmentalize that so it doesn't feel icky to sell myself. That sounds weird, but it is the wording that I'm using. I'm a romance author. Take it as you will. And what else? Most of the nonfictions that I have are writing related. I have one that I have to check where I put it because it's about pitching businesses. And I bought it when I was studying advertising, because that's one of the things that you kind of like need to do to kind of like pitch your plan for advertising to
Right.
the marketing department that you're working for. And it was what I read and what I remember was really fun. The author's like voice was really fun. But I have to find it. I don't remember. I remember the cover. I don't remember the name of the book.
Nice.
That's kind of like the non-writing related thing.
Well, that's all I got for this evening. Unless y'all have anything else y'all want to say, you want to plug anything?
Tiffany's doing a vision board stream tomorrow, so I'm making
Yes,
vision tomorrow
Tiffany,
night.
if you're still in the chat,
Vision
you want to drop
boards
the link,
tomorrow
or if
night.
Esther can find the link
Let me
to
let me do
Tiffany's
my
vision
job
board.
as the link person.
Word.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, the pumpkin plan.
Pumpkin Plan, Artist Way, and the Starbucks Experience are all good.
Oh, I have
Ooh,
I do know Artist Way.
I've never heard of the
The
Pumpkin Plan.
I gotta look that up.
I know the Artist Way, the Starbucks Experience. I need to write that down.
Yeah, I've read that one. That one's good.
The Starbucks experience.
I put my vision board in my journal.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're
I
doing
printed it out.
Hold
Oh,
on.
I
Hold
love
on.
that. Oh, make it big. Oh my gosh, look at you. I love that.
Who's the little boy in the middle?
Okay.
Really?
He's the main character in my middle grade.
Oh,
I
that is
love it.
I love it. I love it.
And there is the link to Tiffany's stream. Vision
I
board
have-
Is the
tomorrow.
Laura, is the QT for like query tracker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Laura, go you. How are you? You're gonna do it this year.
So I have 2 people beta reading my middle grade right now.
Oh,
'Cause,
nice.
yeah,
It's time.
I got feedback from an agent saying it's too short. So I'm like, help! how stretch?
Make
So,
it longer.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll see what they say.
Yeah.
So I should get that feedback by February. So March I'll be parsing through and
Jump in.
hopefully jumping back into querying.
I cannot wait to cheer you on every step of the
Yes.
way. You know, I'll talk to you after.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah. And if you need to like check agents, like you can ask. The best person right now will be Barrett.
Well, actually, Zara still has her membership. I gave up my membership, but she still has hers because she looked 2 up for me. So I would ask. Oh, do you mean the Publishers
Like-
Weekly?
No. Just to like vet some agents.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Oh yeah, I can give you 2 bad ones. Yeah. Oh, now I know what you mean. You mean the Twitter of it? Yeah.
Okay, well,
You know what? I'm gonna like low key talk about that in a vlog in the spring.
oh, okay. Well, that's all we have for this evening, folks.
Jess! Oh my gosh!
That is the link to Tiffany's stream tomorrow. I've also pinned it to the top of the chat.
That's my character. That's my real son. I don't have a son.
And apparently, it does sound like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Watch
Or-
out.
Swear by it.
So for more than half of the people on screen, that's our experience. But some other people absolutely love and swear.
I'm telling you, like half of
I've
author
never read
two.
it, so I have no
Like,
idea.
I'd
but
rather
now-
use sandpaper to wipe my bum, but that's it. So
Exfoliating.
I
Take that.
feel like there's going to be a nugget in there that if I make it through, I'm going to get that nugget, and it's
You
all
are.
going to be like, oh,
Is that
You know,
nugget gonna be
I
on
need
page
I
5
need to
pages from the
compare-
end book?
You know that there's like the compendium books for like big novels.
right.
I need that for storage.
Is there a Cliff Notes version? Like, is
Yeah.
it
Sparks
Sparks
Notes.
version? Like,
Here's the
But
thing:
they-
if you all notice that any of the videos you've watched about Story Genius, nobody ever actually drops the nugget or
No.
whatever it is that makes it so great. I mean, I've heard people say things about it, but I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I fell asleep by that point. But like, what else was there?
What
There
was
more? That was 3 chapters in. I don't even know.
Ugh.
I gave
Wonder
that
are
one
they
away
getting
2 years ago.
are they getting paid to promo that book? Anyway,
I need to go check now.
Oh, now there's a conspiracy. That's probably we should put that in the fanfic.
Yeah.
Can wake Eva up and be like,
Eva.
"Oh,
Allegedly.
No.
Okay, well, do you guys want to do outros or you just want to say goodnight?
Subscribe to
Um,
JC.
subscribe
Yeah.
to
Subscribe to
Please.
Laura. Subscribe to Barrett, Esther, and me, because Barrett is close to 1,000 subscribers, by the way. Very close.
Both
Like,
of
very,
you, Barrett and
Barrett is over
JC are-
900. Barrett is almost there. So close, you can almost grab it.
I will say, what if you wanted to watch House of the Dragon, watch it because we're going to talk about it on the 22nd.
House of Dragon. JC, what do you have coming up?
I got nothing right
Yeah,
now.
Oh,
please.
if you have feelings,
Oh,
and
I have. Okay, so I do have an online store in which I just added some new designs. There is a sale that's $20 off any purchase you make going on right now until the end of January. I have a Redbubble shop with some stickers. I now have a Patreon. Ooh, those links are not in the description because I forgot to add them. But if you go to my video that I posted on Monday, they are on there. I'll try to
You gotta
add.
put those in your general, like in your settings, in your generals. They go in.
Oh,
all
it
of
is. It is in my settings. The links
Oh,
are
okay.
in my about. They're on there. I did update that much. But yeah, that's all I got. Anybody else?
I think Michael's bombshell is correct.
What?
them. Have a
Michael,
nugget.
Does I have a nugget? Ah!
Oh wow, wow.
Mic drop.
This-
And with
this
that,
is
I want to
spicy.
say goodnight, folks. And I'm gonna hit the button.